Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello, I'm Georgina. This is
Tyler.
Who is
Your fiance.
It just never gets old hearing it. It really doesn't. Anyway, if you are new here, hello. I'm so glad you found your way here, however that may have been. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you are new and if you want to stick around. This video is a little different than anything that I've done before. There are no recipes and it's not a Vlogmas. So with that being said, we are going to kind of give you the rundown of our goals for 2020. I am a very goal-oriented person. I'm a very numbers-driven person, and setting New Year's resolutions just doesn't do it for me. So I like the word goal, so that is what I call them. I mean, technically they're the same thing, but it's a goal for me, and that's just how I like to look at it. So I hope you guys stick around, enjoy this video, have a little fun with us, drop some of your goals or your resolutions in the comments down below, and
It could also be helpful to, comment how you do it, how you approach the new year with your resolutions or goals or whatever you call them.
we keep calling them revolutions. So whether you're setting a goal, a resolution, or a revolution, let us know.
Revolutionize the resolution.
Sure. Okay, so first up for me, I'm going to talk about my personal goals this year. I really only have two, and they're kind of the same thing. Tyler and I, we have a rental house. We moved in, gosh, a year and a half ago?
A year and a month.
Okay,
That's
obviously.
November.
Time flies when you're having fun, people. So we moved in a year and a month ago. We have a lot of friends in town. We have a lot of friends who have moved away in the last, I don't know, year or so, even more so than that. But we just don't host as much as I would love to. So we don't have friends over like we would like. We have a huge backyard. I don't know. I just want to host more. I want to be more intentional with my friendships. That's been really hard for me over the last couple of years, and I'm not really sure why. So I just really want to be more intentional with my friends, have people over more often. So I'm putting it out into the universe. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm going to be more hostess with the mostest this year.
We're going to use our patio lights. We're going to use our new patio furniture. We're going to use our grill, and we're going to use the fire pit that I built when we first moved in.
And we've never used it.
Yes, we used it one time.
I'm just not that outdoorsy. That's probably not the biggest shocker. But regardless, we just want to be more intentional with the friendships that we have and just be more intentional this year. So those are my two personal goals for 2020. What are yours?
I think I just want to be more spontaneous. I'm very cautious. In my line of work, I have to be very thorough and very cautious with the decisions I make. And so I want to kind of get away from that, and as much of my personal life as I can, be spontaneous and be, live in the moment. Because I've never been able to live that way and never been able to be that way. So
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Those are your
big
goals?
step. Yeah. I mean, that's
Personal?
I just want to be. I don't want to think. I just want to do.
No thinking, more doing. Isn't that a commercial? Less thinking, more doing. It's like a Geico commercial.
More saving, more do. Less
Something.
More I don't know.
Regardless.
Anyways.
Well, those are great. The next goal that I have are financial goals. This is not the fun segment of this video, but it is real life, and I watch a ton of YouTube content and just videos on this in general about budgeting and savings and things like that. And sometimes I think those videos, I think they're great, don't get me wrong. But when it's like, I've paid $78,000 of debt off in 6 months. Okay, well, is your salary $300,000? Because that's not gonna work for me. So my goal for 2020, I have one credit card. I would like to pay that credit card off in 2020. Okay, so if you're new here, we got engaged in November. Our wedding is next December, so December of 2020. I would like to pay for our wedding completely debt-free. That is a huge goal for both of us. I think, no judgment if you didn't do your wedding like that. I totally get it. But for us personally, that's just a huge goal, something that we really want to strive to be able to do. So that is something that we are really working on. If you follow either any of us, so I'm talking about Lauren from Louise Lane and Tara Dawn. They're both here on YouTube. We do a bunch of collabs together. We all three are also on Instagram. I'll put all of our handles down here. But Lauren posted like a meme or something on her Insta story because the three of us are doing a no spend January. So what that means for us is no shopping, no eating out, no anything.
Amazon.
Yeah, no Amazon, Lauren. So, I mean, you can spend money, you can buy gas, you can buy groceries, but you can't buy like frivolous things. It has to be something that is very just necessities. Like it's really just for necessities. So with that being said, we did this last year. Lauren and I saved a bunch of money. Don't know what the heck we spent it on, but it really worked for us. So we were talking with our girlfriend Tara about it. She decided to do it too. Now my girlfriend Kelsey is doing it. So it's kind of started this whole thing, and it is such a great way to kind of get your budget back on track if you spent a lot of money at Christmas or if you traveled or, you know, just life happens. It's a great way to kind of get your mindset right. It's like people do like Whole30s for, you know, a body reset. We're doing a no spend January for a budget reset. So that's kind of how we're looking at it. So my financial goals this year are to just be a little more responsible. That's not fun, but responsible because we have really exciting things coming up at the end of the year. So I want to do myself a favor 12 months from now, and I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be worried. I don't want to go into a marriage with like a financial burden that I am then putting on Tyler, and I'm sure he doesn't want that either. So I want to do myself some favors. So for financial goals of 2020, I'm really going to focus on paying off debt and saving a little bit, but also doing our wedding in quote unquote cash. What about you?
Pretty much the same. I kind of contradict myself because my profession has always been banking, financial related, and used to be a loan officer. So, you know, it's kind of, you know, double-edged sword there where I do know how to work a loan or, you know, work that kind of system. But at the same time, I prefer to save, and I prefer to pay cash for everything that we're going to buy.
Tyler doesn't like to spend money, whereas I have no issue doing it. So as you can imagine, we just don't quite see eye to eye on these topics, but we are working at it, and I think we are doing a really good job. We're on the right track as of today, January 1st.
I mean, you know, she talks about the bloggers and the what do people call the
bloggers.
Podcasters. So they talk about, you know, using a credit card and stuff like that. Well, I've never really utilized a credit card. I've always had the mindset of if I can't afford it, then I don't need to swipe a credit card to use credit. If I don't have cash for it, then we're just not going to get it. So that is kind of new for me. But as Georgina has said, just really want to start 2021 off getting back from our honeymoon and really not having to worry about, well, we've got to pay this much this month and this much next month, and just kind of have it planned out. I mean, we want to get into 2021 and really...
And be stressed.
Yeah, and be able to...
It'd be our first month of marriage.
First month of saving for a house,
yeah,
hopefully.
Coming off of a high of a wedding and a honeymoon and then Christmas. So I just think to sum it up, like we really just want to do ourselves a favor and put our best foot forward for saving and for not spending. Even if it's not saving, just not spending. Right. So, I'm thrilled.
Welcome to my life.
So the next set of goals for me that I have set are goals with my YouTube channel. I knew I was going to enjoy YouTube, but I don't think I knew how much fun I was going to have with it. So if you're an OG follower, then shout out to you. Hopefully these are getting better and better. If you are new here, I'm just so glad that you're here and you found your way to my space regardless of if you're on WW, if you just like my daily vlogs, regardless, I'm just so pumped to have you here. But with that being said, I really want to focus 2020 on growing this community. I have some amazing women that comment on all my videos, and I've made a really great relationship with some of y'all, and I just want that to continue. I want my channel to be amazing, positive place for women and men to come and just hang out. And I want it to be a very like lighthearted place, but I also want it to be real, and that's kind of, I think, what this video is. It's a little, I don't want to call it a Debbie Downer because it's not Debbie Downer, but it's a little more real and realistic. At least this is realistic for us. This is what we're currently going through. And so I just want this to be a place of like positive vibes and just, I don't know, a safe place to come hang out. So
Motivation.
Yeah, and motivation and inspiration and just all the above. I so enjoy making WW recipes with y'all and for y'all. I just can't explain it. I just have had the best time doing this, and like I said, I knew I was gonna like it, but I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do. So again, in 2020, I just want to focus on growing this community of amazing women and the few select men that are here, and just continue to grow it. I want to switch up my content just a little bit. I would really love to get into more daily vlogs. It's not something that I did it all in the beginning. I did Vlogmas, which so many of you commented on and loved, and I am so excited about it. I just think, I don't know, I kind of started something, it started a little more of a fire than I thought it would. And so I'm really glad you guys liked that content. I'm going to try to keep it up, at least maybe, I don't know, I'm going to get a schedule worked out to keep that content kind of coming. So that's what I want to do with YouTube for 2020. And Tyler's just going to be a YouTube husband and be supportive.
And eat all the good food that we make.
That's
which
true.
Is even better for me.
That's true. You get a really good end of the stick. That is for sure.
Exactly. We eat good.
So now that you have heard my YouTube goals for this year, Tyler, let's talk about your professional goals and your health goals and all the things.
So before I met Georgina, we met in August, and so May, June, and July, before I met her, I got really into running. And for those of you who know me and know my past athletic abilities, I've never been a runner. I was a middle linebacker and center in football and a catcher in baseball. So I've never, been one to, run a mile and be smiling and cheering about it.
I, however, on the other hand,
yeah,
those 5 minute miles in PE 7th grade,
and so
I was good at it.
In that summer leading up to me meeting Georgina, I decided one day I'm gonna go take a run, and so I ran a quarter of a mile.
I think that's amazing. Not to interrupt you, I think that's amazing that like someone could be sitting on the couch and think to themselves like, I'm gonna go for a run today. I have never, in my 27 years of life on this earth, have I thought to myself, I'm going to go for a run today. I am not discrediting anyone that does. I'm more so just jealous and cheering you on.
So
anyway, continue.
And going with, the running, I lost close to 100 pounds that summer, those 4 months. I went from about 250 pounds down to 170. I think at one point I actually got down to about 168. I went from a 40 waist size down to a 32.
In 3 months.
In 3 months.
That's crazy.
Because I got up to 1 mile at the end of May and then bumped it up to 2.5 miles at the end of June. And then by the end of July, I was at 4 miles a day. And so when I met Georgina, it was also the same week where I started my career as a commercial loan officer. I went from being a credit analyst and an economic analyst to the big dogs, to upper management. And it came with a lot more stress, a lot more, obviously a lot more responsibilities, but just a lot more stress. And so at the end of the day, instead of wanting to, go home and go for a run, I just wanted to go home. And also, if you know me and Georgina, I would eat spaghetti because I love spaghetti. I could eat it literally every day of my life, and I did for about 2 or 3 weeks before meeting Georgina. I would just cook noodles and meat and get some ragu and put it together and just have that at night. So,
and if you know me, you know my 3 dishes that I cannot stand. Spaghetti, my dad's chili, which is not chili, but he calls it chili, and pork chops.
And I love 2 of those 3. I love pork chops and I love spaghetti. But yeah, so I kind of quit running, and it's just I had better things to do with my life, like hang out with Georgina and go on dates. And
I just really elevated your health and wellness journey.
yeah, I mean, it's not like I gained everything back. I mean, I'm maintaining about 189, 190 pounds, which is probably a lot healthier for my structure, my bone structure. I mean, people thought that I was sick.
But are you saying like you want to get back into it?
I want to get back into running. I just want to just be bigger, faster, and stronger. I've recently joined a softball team, and it's more competitive than I thought it was going to be.
They're like legit.
Yeah.
Like they're really good.
Yeah, and I pulled both of my hamstrings the first tournament we played, and it.
He's not 18 anymore, kids.
Yeah, and I'm one of the oldest ones on the team at 20.
No, you're not.
There's like 2 guys that are in their 30s, but like
Wow.
they're ex-pro, so.
Over the hill.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I did good. I did really good. I just couldn't run.
Yeah, no,
well.
the team was great. I think it kind of sparked Tyler's. Again, I can't relate, but it kind of sparked Tyler's old athlete
ego.
I was gonna say drive.
Oh.
That sounded nicer, but we go with ego. Well, the next one then for me is health. So for me, health is not so much. It is so much, I guess. Okay, let me back up. Health for me has always been a number on a scale, and for 2020, going into this just new year, I want to focus on it not being a number on a scale. I want it to be just truly how I feel. So we got engaged in November, like I mentioned. I did amazing in October, even August, September, and October. I had really great months with WW. November came along and we kind of derailed. I have been making WW recipes. So I joined, if you're really new here, I joined back in January of 2019. I have been making WW recipes long before I paid for a membership because I would follow a ton of YouTube vloggers that were doing them. And that's the best part about WW. Even if you're not on it, the recipes are amazing. It's not diet food. That's the best part about the program. Tyler is not on WW at all. And I don't think he ever feels like he's getting, what's the word? Like you're having to compromise on what you're eating for dinner. I cook about 80% of the meals that we eat. So with that being said, we live together. Tyler's going to eat them whether he likes it or not. But 9 out of 10 times, you really enjoy it. And that's kind of the best part about the program. I'm not sure if I already said it, but you can kind of tailor it to anything. And so we've really derailed for what I was trying to say. But what I was trying to say is when we got engaged in November, it was just a lot of celebrations. We went to New York City for a week. Obviously, I was not on WW that week. We did a lot of walking, but probably not quite enough to combat the eating. We ate everything inside. It was amazing.
So I feel like when we do vacation like that, though, it is one to see the places, but 2 because I like to eat.
Yeah,
so
that's another thing. So when we go on vacation,
we try to find really good
that's what
restaurants,
we do.
like restaurants that we don't normally have here in
Yeah.
Lubbock and in Texas. I mean, it's
a struggle for sure. But with that being said, WW is nothing that you ever have to like start over on. You pick up where you are. I think people say start over, and I totally get that. I mean, yes, I am starting over on January 1st, but I'm not going backwards. I'm just picking up where I currently am. And so for this year, I don't want to focus. Like I said, I'm very numbers driven. I'm very goal oriented. And if I have a goal of losing 10 pounds in a month, that month rolls around and I lost 7, I'm devastated. I'm so discouraged. That for me is just not a healthy thing. And that's just me personally. If that is something that works great for you, then I think that's awesome. But for me personally, it's just a numbers thing and it just doesn't work. So instead of focusing strictly on the number on the scale or the size of my waistband, I just want to focus on how I feel. And right now I know that I don't feel my best because of the indulgences that happened in November. Of course, the indulgences that happened in December. And so, yes, we've been eating WW recipes, but not strictly, and not on the weekends, and we have had 2 Christmases and 2 Thanksgivings and all the celebrations with the engagements, which is a huge blessing, but it's a little difficult. For me, it was very difficult to stay on track, and so I just didn't. So not only do I want to just start fresh for today, but I want to try to have a different mindset going into it and not be so discouraged every time I step on that scale, and just know that as long as I'm making the right decisions and making healthy choices, then that's great for me. This has nothing to do with Tyler, but with wedding dress shopping and engagement pictures, I truly don't feel my best. I can't imagine putting myself in the position to go wedding dress shopping currently. And so that's my motivation. I want to feel great. I want to look great. I know that Tyler loves me no matter what, and that's a huge blessing, and that's amazing. But at the same time, you gotta get a little motivation. And so my motivation right now is just, I want to feel really great. I want to feel really confident in pictures. And so for me, it's more of the feeling of 2020. That is the goal. All around, I just want to feel my best and feel like I look my best regardless of what the number says. With that being said, I feel like that sounds like I'm saying I'm not doing WW, and that is not the case at all. I'm doing WW stronger than I probably ever have. So just, if I didn't make myself clear in the beginning, I do want to say, like, I am very much staying on WW. I'm very much staying on the green plan. We are just going to stay on it for every meal, and not 2 out of the 3, and 7 days a week, not 5. So just to clear that up.
I'll say for the guys watching this, it makes it a lot easier when you can kind of get on board and have ideas.
Definitely.
Not
even guys, even if it's just, if you're someone's roommate or a significant other or, best friend or whatever the case may be that person's support system. Yes, they definitely have to have it within their self. If I didn't want to eat the cheeseburger, I wouldn't have ate the cheeseburger. You've got to find that within yourself, regardless of what your partner or your roommate or your friend or whoever is doing. But it doesn't hurt to have a support system, that is for sure. We hope this it's probably not short, but we hope this video gave you a little inspiration to maybe set some goals for this year. If you already have some goals set, or if you make New Year's resolutions, I keep wanting to call it a revolution. So hey, that's good.
We're gonna put a revolution.
Revolutionize. Ridiculous. Anyway, if you have some goals or resolutions set for 2020, drop a comment down below and let me know. I would love to cheer you on this year. Hopefully you stick around and cheer us on this year. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I promise the next thing that I upload will be a recipe video. I promise. I will get back to cooking. You heard it here first. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.